Welcome back. We're about to talk about an issue that's very close to my heart, something I hold very importantly. It's something I always keep saying that I would like to do and get involved with, blood donation. And I think enough cannot be said about it, especially in a country where we hear about accidents and plane crashes and we keep looking for people who would come at that point to donate blood. I have here with me Eniola Sule. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Thank you very much for being here. Now, you told me just now that World Blood Donor Day was on the 14th of June.
Yes.
So that just passed.
Yeah, on
and
Friday.
I don't think anybody knew about that.
Well, not everybody pays attention to things blood related, so it's possible that that's why.
So how does that work, a day like that? And you're supposed to create awareness and...
That's what it is generally. It's a day where different people from all around the world usually hold blood drives, just different incentives to get people going, donating blood that particular day.
Okay, now, I like to donate blood.
Okay. That's good.
Where do I go to, for example? Are there blood banks available?
Yes, right now on the 1% Project website, we have a donation map that has all of the blood banks available in Nigeria from Lagos all the way around. So you can go on there, check for your nearest location, and then you can donate from there.
Lagos, for example, how many do you think there are here?
We have close to 80.
Oh,
different,
interesting.
yeah.
So some of them are private, some of them are government owned?
Yes, some of them are government hospitals, some of them are private.
Okay. I read a bit of a statistic that in Nigeria we're currently faced with a situation where 60% of blood donations are from commercial donors,
Yes.
people who get paid to do it or something.
Yes, exactly.
30% from family, well, of course, when there's an issue and the family has to donate
immediately.
And then 10% only who
For
are voluntary.
Yeah.
How do we reverse that? Because, I mean, 10% seems like a very...
It's a very low number,
Yeah.
which is that's what the 1% project is trying to do. We're trying to move from that 10% to 100% voluntary donation, because the problem with having 60% paid blood is that it increases the risk of having infected blood being gotten from people. But 100% blood donation will make blood transfusion easier. It will make blood getting easier. It will make it cheaper. At least you don't have to go to the hospital and pay as much as 8,000 naira for a pint of blood if it's gotten from a voluntary donor.
Now, I know one of the biggest fears that people have about donating blood is, if I give blood, am I going to slowly start getting skinny and I just die away?
That is
Does the blood come back? How much blood can I give? How many times can I give blood? Stuff like that.
That is such a myth.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to you when you give blood. A healthy person that is about 50 kg can give a pint of blood every 56 days. That's about 2 months. So you can give blood. I mean, it takes your body a couple of hours to start to regenerate the blood that you give. So nothing happens to you when you start to give blood. It's a perfectly
So how many
fine
times can I give blood as an adult?
6 times a year.
6 times a year?
Yes, you can give 1 pint 6 times a year.
Interesting. It seems like a lot to me. I'm like, okay. But
it's just and it's a really stress-free process. I mean, they put the needle in you, the blood starts to flow out, you don't feel anything, and afterwards you can just go. So it's not a stressful procedure.
Okay, your 1% project now, do you have your own blood banks or you work with blood banks?
No, we don't have. We're trying to get there. That's why we're looking for sponsors and partners. We're trying to get to the place where we do have our own blood bank and we can test. But right now, we organize blood drives. We help the MBTS collect blood, and then they store it and then distribute to the hospitals and such that are needed. We've done 2 blood drives already, and we've collected about 754 pints of blood, which can help as many as 2,260 people.
Interesting.
So that's what we've done. That's what we are at right now, which is why we created, today, we're launching this thing called the Life Bank app, where you go to the website, you put in your location, you can easily find somebody around you that can give you blood if you need blood as an emergency, instead of all of these BBM messages and Twitter and Facebook and things like that. So that's part of what we're doing, just to make this process easier for people, so blood is more accessible.
I know there's a national blood transfusion thing in Abuja. I'm not sure exactly what the real name is. The MBTS.
Yes.
Do you guys work with them? Or?
Yes, we do, because MBTS is the only one allowed to collect blood as a whole. So whatever blood we get, we have to give it to them, because then they do the distribution. So. Okay.
So what sort of process goes through are the bloods tested by you or by them or by the banks?
Currently MBTS does all of that. They handle all of the testing and then the distribution. MBTS is the sole body for blood in Nigeria.
Now, if we have 80 blood banks, why is blood still a problem? Are those banks empty, or are 80 banks not enough?
It's not so much as the blood banks as the people donating. I mean, if nobody donates, there's no blood in the blood bank. So that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to donate this blood so that there will be blood available. I mean, the bank can just be there and there will be just 1 pint of an AB blood and somebody needs O negative. So that's where we come in. We're trying to make sure that people are aware of this problem and then they start to donate blood so that there will be blood available whenever you do need some blood.
Are there certain people who cannot donate blood?
Nobody. There's nothing
Pregnant
like that.
women?
Well, obviously they advise against such things, but I mean, if you're sick, you can't donate blood because I mean, you need your own blood just in case anything happens. But if you're healthy, perfectly fine.
Another confusion I know people always have is with genotypes and blood types.
Okay.
Are there certain genotypes that can't donate blood?
No, it's not just.
So people with sickle cell can donate
Well,
blood?
those people with sickle cell can't donate blood because more often than not they are recipients of blood because
Okay.
they're usually very anemic, so you can't get blood from an anemic person. So, but
Okay.
everybody else is good.
Interesting. So your project now, let's just talk about it quickly. You said there's an app. Do you
Yes.
download it or is it a website?
No, it's on mobile web and on the regular web.
What is it
platform.
exactly?
It's called the Life Bank app. It's on www.lifebankapp.com, and then you just go on there. You put in your location, your blood type. You register on there. If you want to be a recipient, we get in touch with you just to make sure that the claim is real, and then we try to find you the amount of blood you need immediately. If you want to donate, you can just go on there, register to be a donor, and then if anybody around you needs blood, we'll contact you, and then you can go.
You just give the website once again.
www.lifebankapp.com.
1 P or 2 P's?
Two
Life
Ps.
Bank app.
Yes, APP.
Okay, thank you very much, Aniola.
Thank you very
That's very enlightening and eye-opening. Hopefully, I think I'm going to talk to you after the show because I really am interested in that.
You should come for our lunch. It's later on today.
Cool.
All right, then.
Thank you very much.